Okay, so yeah, let's begin. Um, so everyone should be here, right? Let's do this. Zoom up to like about 200. So it's nice and big. We can all see what you're doing. We're going to do two things. We're going to find the slope on a graph between 2 points using rise over run. That's what we'll do here. And then we're going to use a slope formula to find the slope mathematically. Okay? So both things we've done before. So let's begin. Um, the directions for this part say for each exercise, draw a line through the two given points, find the slope of this line, write the letter of the exercise in the box containing the slope. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to plot points 4, 4, and 1, 2. These 2 points. So what you want to do is you go to drawing, and we have to pick a thickness for this. You want to pick about, let's do 6. Go here and do 6. What we're going to do is we're going to make 2 points, and we're going to use 6. Now, the other thing we need to do is find the points. So the first point we're going to find is 4 comma 4. So remember how we do this? We go to the origin 0, 0, and then we go 4 for x, so that means 4 to the right. Okay, and then we do 4 for y, so that means 4 up. It's going to be right there. So just click there and click it once, it'll give you a perfect dot, a point at 4, 4. So let's go back now to the origin and graph 1 comma 2. So that would be 1 to the right and 2 up, right there. So you should have 2 points, one at 4, 4 and one at 1, 2. Now we're going to draw a line through those points. And we're just going to make a line segment. And we're not going to make the line all the way through because then it gets too messy. So I like this purple actually, though. I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to go to shapes, go to the one below it, shapes. And you see where I have it at line segment? And I already have it at purple, so that's good. So this is going to allow us to make a line. Thickness is 4, that's good. So we're going to make a line from this point to this point, a line segment basically, right there. That's the slope we want, whatever rise over run that is. So this is the line. Now let's figure out the rise and the run. Do you guys remember how to do that? Always go to the point that's furthest to the left, which is this point here. And I'm going to figure out how many I go up and then across. This one's not too bad. So here's what you want to do. Go here, use the shift key, press shift, and then draw a line that goes straight up, and it's going to give you a perfectly vertical line up to there. So if you press shift and go up, it'll give you a perfectly straight vertical line. And then holding shift and you go across, it'll give you a perfectly horizontal line. So you make a nice right triangle. Okay? So now we have a rise and a run. Ooh, everything's set to purple. I'm liking this. Okay, I'm going to go to text and I'm going to type in the rise and the run. Looks like I went up 2, right? And since I went up 2, is that positive 2 or negative 2? Yeah. So this is positive 2. Since the lower left point forces me to go up 2, that's positive. And then I'm going to go to the right 3, so that's going to be 3 for the run. So the rise over run is the ratio of those two, remember? So over here next to B, next to the coordinates, I'm going to type that in. My rise over run would be what over what? 2 over 3. 2/3. So that's the slope, 2 over 3. Rise over run is 2 over 3. So at the bottom, this is letter B. You see that letter B there? We look for 2/3. There it is. And put the letter B. Like so. Okay? The rise was 2, the run was 3. There it is. Any questions? Okay, let's do a couple more from that section. All right, let's go back. So I'm going to do different colors to just keep this kind of in order. So I want to graph 2, 0, and -4, +4 for E. Okay, so I'm going to go back to drawing, pick a different color, red this time, I guess. And so just make sure to pick a different color so you don't confuse it. And then 2, 0 means X is 2, I go 2 to the right, Y is 0, so I just stay there. I don't go up or down. So right there is 2, 0. Okay. Then I want -4, +4. I go back to the origin. You always go back there. And then I want to go -4, so that's 4 to the left. There it is. And Y is +4, so I go 4 up. Right there. There's my second point. I'm going to draw a line between those 2 points. So back to shape I go. I'm going to pick red. And I'm going to connect those 2 points like so. Okay. And then I want to make a rise over run, basically a right triangle. It always ends up being a right triangle. So go here to the point furthest to the left. I'm going to hold down shift. I'm going to go down to there and then across, holding shift. And there we go. Perfect right triangle. So now I got to figure out the rise over run here. The last time I went uphill, if you notice, the slanted part is uphill and I got a positive slope. This time the slanted part left to right is going downhill. It's going to be negative. And watch why. So I'm going to go to text box, switch it to red here. And then I'm going to go to this point, the top of this, furthest to the left. The rise is down. It's going downwards. So that's a negative rise. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's down. So -4. So over here, I'm just going to type in -4. The rise is -4 because I'm going downwards. And then that puts me at the bottom here. But then now I'm going to go to the right for the run, and that's positive. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since that's 6 positive, that's +6. So my rise is -4. My run is +6. So I'm going to write that down over here. Actually, I know I'm going to have to reduce it. I'll do it here anyways. Okay, so I'm going to type in -4 over 6. But that fraction can be reduced, remember? Because I could divide what number goes into 4 and 6? 2. So divide 2 out of each number, and that gives me -2/3. So my final answer for the slope is -2 over 3. Okay. So at the bottom, I'm going to look for -2/3, and that's where the letter E goes. Negative, I just saw it. There it is. And that's the only one, so let me type it in. E, letter E. Right there. Okay. So the slope for that line was -2/3. All right. Let's do the third one there. 1, -3, and -3, -4. Okay. So I'll pick another color. I guess that green since it's there. All right. So I want to find the point 1, -3. So 1 to the right, 3 down. Right there. 1, -3 is right there. 1 to the right, 3 down from the origin. And then I want to find -3, -4. So I go back to the origin to 0, 0. -3 for x is 3 to the left. -4 for y is 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. Those are my 2 points. Let's connect them. I don't want red though. Let me change that to green. Okay, this is this. We want to find the slope for this line, and it's not very steep, but that's okay. That just tells us the numerator number will be small, and in fact, it is pretty small because I'm going to make my right triangle one up, and it looks like 4 across. Remember, hold shift, and it makes those lines nice and straight for you. So the rise is 1, positive 1 because I'm going up, and the run is 4. It's positive 4 because I go to the right. So it's 1 over 4. So the slope is 1/4. And let's find it. And that's where letter O goes. 1/4. I just saw it. Where is it? There. Where 1/4 is, you put letter O. Okay. All right. So we'll come back to that. I just want to also show you, some of you may want to just go ahead of me, but I want to show you how to find slope using the slope formula. Okay. So we're going to do that next. So that's on the next page. So I'm going to go down, and then I will come back afterwards and help you work on the others here. But here they give you the instructions for finding slope using the slope formula. But we've done it before. We'll walk through it. You can read the directions if you like. I'm going to go to drawing. It's just easier for me to write like as if I'm drawing. Now remember, when we're finding the slope using the formula, oh, that's way too thick. I'm going to change the thickness here to 1. Okay, so I can basically write with a drawing tool. Okay, I'm going to draw like a line to make it a fraction bar. So when I'm finding slope using the slope formula, what I'm basically doing is figuring out the change or the difference in the y values in the numerator, and then the difference in the x values in the denominator. So I'm going to start with the numerator. I'm going to look at the y values, 4 and 3, subtract them. So I'm going to do 4 take away 3. If you rather type this, that's fine. I'm better at it. Goes a little quicker for me when I do it this way. Okay, 4 take away 3. I did this one and this one. Then now I'm going to go back to x. I'm going to do 3 take away negative 2. So I'm going to put a minus sign, and then it's 3, which is this one, and then negative 2, I'll put parentheses around it. And then I'm going to simplify all that. Now, whenever I have negatives and I'm subtracting, remember, it's easier to do keep change opposite. Do I have to do any keep change opposite on the top or on the bottom? Look at it. Should I do keep change opposite, change it to addition on the top or on the bottom? I'd like to do it on the bottom. I'm not too comfortable with this minus negative 3. The top is okay. I know what 4 take away 3 is. 4 take away 3 is 1. 3 minus negative 2, that gets confusing, but I could do keep the 3, change the subtraction to plus, and what do I do with that negative 2? Change it to positive 2. So now that magically becomes 3 plus 2, which is 5. So the slope here is 1 over 5. Okay? So we'll do a couple more for this, okay? Let's do 3 more for that. So we'll do the same thing. We set up a fraction bar, and we're subtracting in both cases, in the numerator and the denominator. On the numerator, we have to take away y values. So it's going to be negative 6, which is this one, and then negative 2, which is this one. So I'm going to subtract those. Now in the denominator, I'll do the x's, which is 4 minus 3 again. Okay, so that takes care of x values there. And again, I have negatives and subtraction. I'm going to do keep, change that to plus, change that -2 to +2. It now becomes -6 plus 2, which is -4. And then 4 take away 3 is 1. I could simplify that though. What is -4 1 simplified to? Let's write it as -4. It's a little more sophisticated that way. So the final answer there is -4. Okay, let's do one more. So we'll do this number 2 together. Oh, I did number 6. Didn't even catch that. Oh well. Again, you're subtracting y value, so it's going to be -2 minus 2. And then 6 take away 0. So let's see what that gives us. Okay, wow. Let's see. I got a negative and subtraction. Again, I'm going to change this to keep, change opposite. You keep the -2, change this to plus, change this +2 that we had into a -2. So we're adding -2 plus -2. That's -4. And then 6 take away 0 is 6. Okay. I can simplify this by 2, right? I can divide by 2 on the 4 and on the 6. So I'm going to do that last. And that's going to be -2 when I divide away the -4 divided by 2 is -2. And then I'm going to divide 6 by 2. That's 3. And that's it. I cannot simplify any further, so it's -2/3. Okay. So if you're kind of comfortable with this and you want to finish up these and go back to the graphs, that's fine. If you want to go back to the graphs and finish up this, that's fine too. But keep on working. Very important. Once you're done, or as done as you're going to be, make sure you press turn in. Press turn in so you get it done, okay? And I'll give you the rest of the period to work on this, guys, okay? And that is it for the video as well, for those at home. Bye.